Hey everyone, my name is Kumo and this is my reaction to the 5th episode of Mahoutsukai no Yome, or The Magician's Bride. And yeah, the last episode left off on kind of a cliffhanger, with the sorcerer and the one chick attacking Chisa in the middle of her ceremony, and pretty much revealed that the slay Beggy, like there's some kind of deal with it that Ellis apparently didn't explain to Chisa. Something in regards to death, I don't know what the specifics on that are. The only way to find out is again to the next episode. So let's do that. As usual, there'll be no audio footage of the anime used in the reaction for copyright reasons. There is a timer in the upper left-hand corner, and subs below me to help you follow along. Let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, the last episode, it was a very cat-heavy episode, a trip to the cat kingdom. And we're getting some flashbacks to this one couple, with the one sickly woman and her cat. And she made a comment about, you have 9 lives, cat, I wish you could give one of them to me, or something like that. Which kind of got me thinking after I thought about it later. The person that was killing cats for fun, like, it could have been Matthew that was doing that. Like, because Matthew mentioned there was a sorcerer wandering around. So he might have enlisted the help of the sorcerer and tried to get the lives, so to speak, of the cats and use them on his, wife, fiance, whatever she was to him. At least that was a thought that I had. I would say that the sorcerer in the flashback would be the same one as the one we saw at the end of last episode, but the King of Cats mentioned it was a long time ago. I don't know how long she really meant it, but... And we're into it. Love conquers all. I wasn't expecting her to be the one to explain this. I mean, is there really a whole lot he can do about that? But I did figure it was something like that. Like the immense amount of magic lowering their lifespan. I figured that's what he was getting at. From what I can tell, he's more human than you are. No, she suffered before he bought her. Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting that. And the cats attack. Yeah, that looked like it really hurt. Like, I thought she was gonna break in half for a minute there. Yeah, he clearly doesn't get it. Exactly. Yeah, Valiant, you had 5 million pounds. And right on cue. The Thorn Mage. Get wrecked. Yeah, he did call him that at the end of last episode. I don't know if we had heard that name before or not, but... Yeah, you didn't notice it? I noticed it. True enough. Yeah, I think he was a lot more worried about Chisa than you. I hate night dark scenes in anime just because there's usually a glare on my screen that kind of makes it hard to see. Yeah, the previous king is what handled the one cat killer. So now it's the corruption of Matthew that has to be dealt with, which Chisai was dealing with until it was interrupted. Of course, that whole thing was resolved more quickly than I expected. I wouldn't touch it. The perspective of a cat, I think, because the camera's so low. Or it could just be Chisa, you know, on the ground. That makes sense too. And a drink, more importantly. It's called transparent. Yeah, because she was already getting glimpses of this before she even arrived in the kingdom, I think. Yeah, I think that's Matthew and the sorcerer. So at least I was right about him getting the help of a sorcerer. I would never have guessed the sorcerer was female, though. I would imagine. So it is his wife. And yeah, it's more like he's just trying to protect the woman he already has. Clearly. Man, he has such high hopes with this, you can tell. Meanwhile, that's an evil smirk. Yeah, he probably knows what's up. It doesn't make it any easier to take. Unfortunately, life isn't fair like that. Yeah, I feel like I was right on the money with my guess earlier. Well, if he's killing off all the cats, of course the mice are gonna run rampant. Yeah, thanks to the magic or sorcery. The slide. Considering how far he was willing to go for his wife, I don't see that happening. Unless you count the sorcerer, I guess. Is she gonna walk in on him killing cats? She just might. She always looks like that. Of course, this is a flashback deal. It's not like she can change anything. Probably. You really don't want to walk through that door. Killing cats bothers me so much. It was at that moment even looks like a straight up murderer. And she looks like she's seen some shit, which she just did. Even if you could somehow justify that as a justify the means, justify the ends, how could you possibly do it with a smile on your face? That is just beyond me. Apparently he is. Friggin' sorcerer. It's really not. So that really was just an experiment to her. Completely and utterly taking advantage of him. Because you trusted a dirty sorcerer, that's why. This is why he went off to kill many more cats. If he had stopped there, the cats probably wouldn't have killed him, but since he snapped and just kept doing it, the cats ended up striking back. Please run away, Tim. Or do that, that's much better. I don't think I've ever seen so much rage on a cat. Pretty much. So Tim was the king. Yeah. I think we kind of saw that with the dragon a couple episodes ago. The circle of life, in other words. Yeah, it really needs to be done. I'm sure. She really has some pretty wings. Man, yeah, the visuals in this show really are amazing. Wow, that is gorgeous. Blue is my favorite color, so... It's nice seeing Matthew not insane anymore. The little mage. And finally, you found a place to call home. I don't think anyone knows for sure. And it ends off on that note. Still waiting for Ruth to show up, though. Although I guess they're still busy with their honeymoon, so that'll probably come after this whole thing's done. Wow, those are something. So yeah, that was the 5th episode of Mahoutsukai no Yome. And yeah, this was a really good episode, actually. It was mostly flashbacks of getting more information on Mina and Matthew and what happened with them. A lot of the guesses I had at the beginning of this episode turned out to be correct. He consulted help with the sorcerer, who basically tricked him into just helping him with an experiment, taking advantage of his desperation, really. And he ended up killing off a bunch of cats to make the potion, which didn't even really do anything in the end except just kill his wife, who was already, I was going to have a short life as it was. A very tragic deal altogether. If I was him, I would have killed the sorcerer before she even left, but, he was kind of broken at that point, so... To the point where the cats had to finish him off themselves. Even Tim, the king of the cats, kind of starting that. And yeah, the whole situation with the sorcerer and Alice in the beginning, that thing was wrapped up more quickly than I thought. Like, Chisa actually got herself out of it, which was pretty cool. She got a cut on her neck, but, Elias took care of that easily enough. And yeah, they were driven off. And we basically find out what he meant by Chisa dying was that she's a slave beggy, so that means generating a lot of magic, which is more than a fragile body can really take, so it kind of lowers her lifespan. At least that's how I took that. And yeah, in the end, Chisa was able to, guide the souls of both Matthew and Mina. You got to see them in like a beautiful field and everything be reunited. It was a very sweet scene. A lot of beautiful visuals as usual with this show. And it was a really good episode. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, let me know what you thought of the anime. What you thought of my reaction in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.